Welcome to our channel. Ever find yourself scratching your head, wondering how some guys waltz into a room and effortlessly capture her attention while others might as well be part of the wallpaper? Here's the hard truth. It's not about a chiseled jawline or blind look. Nope, it's all about knowing the art of flirting. The kind that drives women wild without turning you into a walking cliché of pickup lines from the 80s. As Will Rogers wisely quipped, you never get a second chance to make a first impression. And trust me, that impression starts the moment you decide to bring a little charm and mystery to the conversation. The secret isn't about trying too hard. It's about creating just the right mix of intrigue and fun that leaves her thinking about you long after the conversation ends, kind of like the perfect cliffhanger in your favorite show. So, if you're ready to swap awkward silences and overused compliments for tactics that actually work, stick around. Today, I'm unpacking the ultimate flirting strategies that will flip the script on your conversations. And don't worry, they're as effective as they are effortless. Let's get started. You're about to upgrade your game in ways you didn't think possible. Number 1, encourage her to laugh. Mark Twain, a man who could turn even the dullest moment into a chuckle, once said, "Against the assault of laughter, nothing can stand." And if you're looking to win her attention, take Twain's wisdom to heart. Humor isn't just a tool, it's your secret weapon. Sure, a nice compliment might earn you a polite "thank you," but a well-timed laugh? That earns you a spot in her memory. Laughter breaks barriers faster than any smooth line ever could. It signals confidence, wit, and that all-important quality women adore, the ability to stay cool under pressure. The truth is, humor doesn't just make her smile, it builds chemistry. A little playful teasing works wonders early on. Think of it as the conversational version of a friendly nudge. Not so hard it knocks her over, but just enough to make her feel the spark. You're not tearing her down or being mean-spirited. You're showing that you're not blindly enamored by her beauty. Women love this because it flips the script. Most men stumble over themselves trying to impress her, but you're showing that you're an equal, not a follower. Picture this. Instead of showering her with predictable lines like, "Your smile lights up the room," you lean in with a grin and say, "You know, I'm not sure you could handle me. I'm way too high maintenance." It's a playful nudge, not a rejection. It shifts the dynamic from one-sided flattery to an engaging back and forth. And believe me, she'll remember the guy who dared to tease her over the one who just complimented her shoes. Now, here's the catch. Like all fine arts, teasing requires balance. Overdo it, and you'll come across as uninterested or worse, dismissive. The goal isn't to make her feel like you don't care. It's to create that push-pull effect. You're showing interest, but you're not throwing yourself at her feet. It's the dance of intrigue, where every move keeps her guessing. The magic of this approach lies in its simplicity. You're not trying too hard, and you're definitely not putting her on a pedestal. By playfully teasing her, you're signaling that she's interesting, but not intimidating. This confidence, this ability to treat her like an equal, sets you apart from the crowd. But humor isn't just about clever lines, it's about connection. A well-timed joke, a shared laugh, or even a light-hearted comment in a tense moment shows emotional intelligence. And here's the thing. Women value emotional intelligence as much as they do charm. It's about showing her that you can handle life's ups and downs with a smile, and maybe even make her laugh through them too. Think about it. Laughter isn't just about fun. It builds trust. A man who can make her laugh when she's feeling vulnerable isn't just funny, he's safe. Humor becomes the bridge between light-hearted fun and deeper connection. It tells her, hey, I get you, and I'm here for you. That's the kind of emotional resilience that leaves a lasting impression. Now, let's address the elephant in the room. Don't mistake this for an open mic night. You're not aiming to become a stand-up comedian. The goal is connection, not a comedy show. Humor should enhance the conversation, not overshadow it. Keep it natural, keep it playful, and most importantly, keep it respectful. When you master the art of humor, you're not just giving her a reason to laugh. You're giving her a reason to remember you. Playful teasing, witty banter, and genuine laughter create a cocktail of intrigue and connection that she won't forget. So, the next time you're in a conversation, don't just tell her she's beautiful. Show her you're clever, confident, and someone who knows how to turn even the most mundane moment into something memorable. As Twain would say, humor is mankind's greatest blessing. And when it comes to winning her attention, it might just be your greatest blessing too. Use it wisely and watch how it transforms your interactions. Number 2, the reflection of the body is still attractive. Mirroring. The subtle art of connection, so smooth it could charm the feathers off a goose. Picture this, you're deep in conversation, and without realizing it, you and the other person are leaning in, nodding and moving like synchronized swimmers. No, you're not auditioning for a Broadway show. This is the magic of mirroring, a silent, almost mystical way to forge an unspoken bond. Mirroring isn't about mimicking someone like a parrot at a party. It's about reflecting their energy, creating a rhythm where your movements align just enough to say, hey, we're on the same wavelength. Done right, it's one of the most effective tools in your social toolkit. Quiet, but incredibly powerful. Imagine someone leans in just slightly and you instinctively do the same. Suddenly, there's this invisible tether pulling you closer, an energy exchange that feels almost magnetic. It's like dancing without music, graceful, intuitive, and utterly compelling. Oprah Winfrey once said, if you want to connect, lean in. And she wasn't just talking about boardroom strategies. A simple lean, paired with a slight tilt of your head and a genuine gaze, says, I'm here. I see you. I'm listening. It's not flashy or dramatic, but it's wildly effective. These small gestures, when done naturally, speak volumes about your interest and engagement. But here's the kicker. Mirroring isn't about impersonation. It's about subtlety. If someone tilts their head, you don't tilt yours like you're auditioning for the role of a bobblehead. The magic lies in reflecting their energy, not imitating their every move. A gentle nod, a slight lean, or a soft smile at the right moment signals understanding and connection. And science backs this up. Researchers have found that people instinctively mirror the micro movements of those they feel close to. We're talking tiny nods, finger taps, or even the smallest twitch of a lip. Movements so delicate they're practically invisible. And yet, our brains pick up on them, interpreting these subtle signals as closeness and trust. It's like our brains are whispering, this person gets me. And let's be honest, don't we all just want to feel understood? So, here's your next move. Try it out. The next time you're in a conversation, mirror gently. Lean in when they lean in, nod when they nod, and keep your gaze steady. Let your movements echo theirs, not mimic them, creating a connection that feels natural and effortless. It's a dance, not a copy and paste job. When done right, mirroring can transform a simple chat into something magnetic. It's not about pretending to be someone else, but about showing that you're genuinely engaged. And trust me, once you master this technique, you'll see conversations take on a whole new depth. Go ahead, give it a try. You might just find yourself in sync with someone in the most meaningful way. Number 3, reverse the rules playfully. Picture this. You're mid-conversation with a woman who's intrigued by your presence. There's a flicker of curiosity in her eyes, a spark of tension in the air. Now, here's the secret sauce that takes it from intriguing to unforgettable. Women love a challenge. Not the kind that feels like climbing Mount Everest without oxygen, mind you. No, I'm talking about a playful, engaging challenge. The kind that keeps her guessing, laughing, and ever so slightly off balance in the best way possible. Think of it this way. Are you the guy who nods at everything like a bobblehead on a bumpy road? Or are you the guy who adds just a dash of spice, a pinch of playful resistance that leaves her wanting more? Here's the kicker. Women are drawn to men who keep them alert, who make them lean in just a little to figure out what's next. Let's say she's gushing about her love for baking. Instead of going the predictable route and saying, "That's amazing, try this instead," flash a grin and say, "Oh, I don't know if I believe you. You'll have to prove it. Maybe a cupcake taste test is in order." What you're doing here is flipping the script. You're not just admiring her, you're inviting her to impress you. Suddenly, it's no longer a one-sided conversation, but a playful dynamic where she feels like she's the one doing the chasing. This kind of back and forth taps into her competitive nature in a way that's engaging, not intimidating. It's about setting the stage for a light-hearted game where neither of you is taking things too seriously. The trick is timing. You wouldn't toss out a cheeky comment during a deep discussion about her childhood dreams. That's just asking for trouble. But when the mood is light and you're already sharing a laugh, that's your golden moment. Here's another example, say with a playful smirk. "You know, my mom warned me about girls like you, charming troublemakers who totally take advantage of me. It's cheeky, it's unexpected, and most importantly, it's fun." You're insinuating that she's got the upper hand, but not in a way that makes you seem like you're groveling for her attention. Instead, you're framing the interaction as a game, one where she's curious to see what you'll do next. Now, let's take a detour into science. Because, as it turns out, even Cupid has a laboratory. Dr. Helen Fisher, a renowned anthropologist, explains that playful competition in Flirting triggers dopamine, the same brain chemical responsible for those giddy feelings of excitement and anticipation. That little tug of war you're creating, it's practically neuroscience in action, crafting an emotional roller coaster that leaves her exhilarated and intrigued. But here's the golden rule. Balance is everything. Push too hard, and you risk coming off as dismissive. Pull too much, and you look overeager. The magic lies in creating a rhythm, a dance of tension and release, interest and mystery. For instance, telling her, "I bet I could make a better cake than you," isn't just a cheeky challenge. It's an invitation for her to engage, to show you her best side. It's about crafting a dynamic where both of you are equals, sparring playfully without tipping the scales too far in either direction. This isn't about outsmarting her or showing off. It's about creating a space where she feels intrigued and appreciated all at once. The beauty of playful teasing is that it lets her see a confident, fun-loving side of you, someone who doesn't take life or himself too seriously. So, the next time you're in the middle of a conversation and she's passionately talking about her latest hobby or adventure, resist the urge to simply nod along. Instead, toss in a playful challenge or a cheeky comment that makes her stop and think, "Wait a minute, what's this guy's deal?" Because when she's left wondering, she's also left wanting more. And isn't that the goal? To create a connection that lingers, a moment she revisits long after the conversation has ended. That's the magic of reversing the rules, keeping things playful, intriguing, and just a little bit mysterious. So, what will you say next time? Will you step into the dance of playful banter, or will you stick with the predictable? Trust me, the former is way more fun. Number 4. Let your eyes flirt. Have you ever stopped to marvel at the sheer power of a single glance? It's almost absurd how much a fleeting moment of eye contact can accomplish. Yet, here we are, living proof that a well-timed look can do more than 1,000 pickup lines ever could. Eye contact, my friend, is your stealth weapon. Master it, and you'll have unlocked a secret to connection so potent it might as well come with a warning label. Women, perceptive as they are, don't need you to open your mouth to know what's on your mind. Before you've even mustered a hello, your eyes have already spilled the beans. Nervous? Intrigued? Confident? The eyes are brutally honest. They're like your overly chatty best friend who reveals all your secrets before you're ready. But here's the silver lining. Controlled eye contact can make you irresistible if done right. Imagine this. You're in a coffee shop. You spot her across the room and your eyes meet. You hold her gaze for just a moment, long enough to show interest, but not so long that it feels like a staring contest. Then, you break the connection with a soft smile and look away. That's it. No words, no dramatic gestures, just a glance. And yet, in that tiny moment, you've said, "I see you, and I'm curious." What makes this so compelling? It's the mystery. Humans are naturally drawn to the unknown, and a well-timed glance opens the door just enough to pique her curiosity. It's like handing her a puzzle piece without showing her the whole picture. Suddenly, she's wondering, what's his story? Why did he look away? And now, you've planted yourself firmly in her thoughts. Women are wired to appreciate a challenge, and eye contact, when done skillfully, delivers just that. The confidence to hold her gaze without overstepping shows that you're intrigued but not desperate. You're confident, not clingy. And that balance is magnetic. Here's where the magic happens. The break. That moment when you look away is just as important as the initial gaze. It leaves her wondering about your intentions. Are you interested? Are you playing hard to get? That ambiguity is what draws her in. It's not about giving her all the answers. It's about making her want to figure you out. Behavioral psychology backs this up. Studies show that eye contact activates the brain's reward system, triggering feelings of attraction and interest. Dr. Albert Mehrabian famously said that 93% of communication is non-verbal, which means your eyes are pulling way more weight than your words ever will. A glance isn't just a look, it's a conversation all on its own. Now, let's talk about the dance. Flirting is a rhythm, a back and forth exchange of cues. Eye contact is the opening move. You take a step by holding her gaze. She steps closer by engaging. And then you retreat just enough to keep her intrigued. It's a game of timing and nuance, a delicate balance of tension and release. The key is composure. Confidence is silent but visible. When you use your eyes to communicate interest, curiosity, and just a hint of playfulness, you're setting yourself apart from the pack. While others are fumbling over cliched compliments or awkward jokes, you're effortlessly creating an emotional connection, all without saying a word. As the legendary Will Rogers put it, you never get a second chance to make a first impression. And when it comes to flirting, your eyes often make that first impression for you. They can captivate, intrigue, and leave a lasting impact that lingers long after the moment has passed. So, the next time you're in a room full of strangers, remember the power of a single glance. Lock eyes, hold the gaze just long enough to create a spark, and then let the mystery work its magic. Because sometimes, all it takes is a look to set something electric in motion. As Mark Twain might quip, the human eye can convey more mischief in a second than the mouth can in an hour. Number 5. The ultimate weapon. The push-pull technique. The timeless art of leaving someone scratching their head in delightful confusion. It's like a dance where you take one step forward, one step back, and then, just when they think they've got the rhythm down, you spin them around. It's playful, it's engaging, and when done right, it's downright irresistible. Push-pull is not just about teasing, it's about creating an emotional roller coaster that's equal parts thrilling and intriguing. Let's break it down. The push is when you feign a touch of indifference, as if you're too cool to care. It's the verbal equivalent of shrugging your shoulders and saying, "Hey, maybe you're not all that special." Then comes the pull, where you reel her back in with a hint of genuine interest. This keeps her guessing, and trust me, the guessing game is one she'll want to keep playing. For instance, you might say something cheeky like, "You know, you're trouble. I should probably stay far away from you. But then again, you're kind of cute, so maybe I'll risk it." It's the kind of line that says, "I see you, I like you, but I'm not completely sold yet." This playful ambiguity creates a dynamic that's as magnetic as it is maddening, in the best possible way. Mark Twain himself might have appreciated the humor in this strategy, considering he once said, "Never let the truth get in the way of a good story." In this case, your story is the emotional ride you're crafting. You're not lying, of course, but you are weaving a narrative of interest and intrigue that leaves her wanting more. Here's where things get even more interesting. The emotional roller coaster. Science backs up the idea that mixing emotions, like humor, curiosity, and even a pinch of frustration, can heighten attraction. When a woman experiences these emotional shifts, her brain releases dopamine, the same chemical responsible for the rush we get from roller coasters or cliffhangers in a great novel. By keeping her on her toes, you create a sense of excitement that's hard to ignore. Imagine this scenario. She's laughing at your witty banter one moment, and the next, you drop a heartfelt compliment like, "You know, you're not just fun to talk to. You're also really thoughtful. I like that." That shift from playful to sincere takes her emotional engagement from a 6 to a solid 9. It's not just about keeping her entertained. It's about creating a connection that feels dynamic and alive. Now, here's the catch. Balance is everything. Push too hard and you risk coming off as disinterested or, worse, mean. Pull too much and suddenly you're the guy who's trying too hard. The secret lies in the delicate interplay between the two. Think of it like seasoning a dish. Just enough spice to keep things interesting, but not so much that it's overwhelming. And let's not forget the importance of timing. A push-pull remark during a light-hearted moment? Perfect. During a serious conversation? Not so much. Context is key, and knowing when to inject a bit of playfulness can make all the difference. Push-pull isn't about manipulation. It's about creating a dynamic that's fun and engaging for both of you. It's a dance, a back and forth that builds chemistry and keeps her guessing in the best way possible. After all, as Mark Twain also said, the secret of getting ahead is getting started. So why not start by mastering this ultimate weapon in the art of flirtation? The next time you find yourself in a conversation, think about how you can weave a little push-pull into the mix. A playful tease here, a warm compliment there. It's all about creating a rhythm that feels natural and exciting. And as you perfect this technique, don't be surprised if she starts looking forward to every interaction with you, wondering what delightful twist you'll throw her way next. Because at the end of the day, it's not just about keeping her interested, it's about making the connection unforgettable. Number 6. Create a stir and then disappear. Have you ever noticed how the best TV shows always end on a cliffhanger? The heroes dangling from a cliff, the villains plotting their next move, and you're left biting your nails, desperate for the next episode. It's no accident. It's storytelling genius. Now, what if I told you that you could bring this same magic into your conversations with women? That's right. Your words are the screenplay, and you're the director, keeping her hooked for the next act. Picture this. The conversation is flowing. She's laughing, maybe even leaning in closer. That's your moment to hit pause. Don't wait for the conversation to lose steam, or worse, fizzle into awkward silence. Instead, take control and leave her wanting more. Say something like, "I hate to cut this short, but I've got to run. Let's pick this up later. I have a feeling we're just getting to the good part." What happens next? You've just planted a seed of curiosity. She's wondering, what's the good part? Or, when are we picking this up again? Congratulations. You've just created mystery. And mystery, my friend, is your golden ticket to staying on her mind. Psychology agrees. Humans are wired to crave resolution. It's why we can't stop binge-watching our favorite shows or flipping through a novel we can't put down. By leaving a conversation on a high note, you're triggering her brain's dopamine system, the same one that sparks excitement and anticipation. And let's be honest, isn't anticipation half the fun? But here's the trick. Don't overdo it. You're not ghosting. You're crafting a narrative. This is about leaving her intrigued, not confused. As Mark Twain might quip, the difference between the right word and the almost right word is the difference between lightning and a lightning bug. So, choose your exit carefully. And remember, the real power lies in the fact that she can't predict your next move. By keeping her guessing, you're creating a story she'll want to follow. So, take the lead, create a little stir, and then gracefully disappear. When she's left wanting more, you've already won. Number 7. Exquisite beauty touches. The 3 H's: hands, hips, and head. Have you ever stopped to marvel at how a single touch can carry an entire conversation without uttering a word? It's as if we're all part-time telepaths, decoding the language of touch with remarkable precision. Science backs this up. We interpret touch with an accuracy of up to 83%. Not bad for something so simple, right? The question is, what message are you sending with yours? A casual brush, a steady grip, or an overly enthusiastic pat can all speak volumes. So let's make sure your touch says all the right things. When it comes to flirting, there's a tried and true method known as the 5 and 15 rule. It's brilliant in its simplicity. Aim to touch the other person 5 times over the course of a 15-minute conversation. Now, before you start counting touches like a nervous accountant, let's clarify. These touches should be subtle and natural. A playful nudge, a quick tap on the arm, or a fleeting graze during a handshake. When timed right, these micro-movements can turn a conversation into a connection. And here's where the magic really happens. The 3 H's of intimacy: hands, hips, and head. Picture this. You're sharing a laugh with someone, and in a moment of humor, you lightly touch their hand. It's unassuming, but it instantly sparks a warmth that words can't achieve. Or imagine guiding someone through a bustling crowd with a gentle touch on their lower back. That small gesture not only communicates care, but also a quiet confidence that lingers in the air. Then there's the head, the ultimate domain of closeness. Whether it's a light tap on the shoulder or a playful brush of their hair, touching someone's head communicates intimacy without veering into uncomfortable territory. Just keep it subtle. There's a fine line between being charming and being remembered as that weird head patter. So, next time you're engaged in a conversation, think about the silent messages your touch might be sending. Could a thoughtful gesture shift the dynamic entirely? Often, it's the smallest actions that leave the biggest impression. As Mark Twain might have said, it's not the size of the touch that matters, but the message it carries. Mastering the art of touch isn't about manipulation. It's about fostering genuine connections. And when done right, these exquisite beauty touches can take a moment from ordinary to unforgettable. Keep it subtle, keep it natural, and watch how effortlessly you create sparks. In conclusion, mastering these subtle yet powerful flirting tactics is about building genuine connections, creating intrigue, and leaving a lasting impression. Whether it's through playful banter, meaningful eye contact, or the artful touch, these approaches are designed to spark chemistry in an authentic way. By embracing these tips, you're not just improving your interactions, you're cultivating confidence and connection. If you found value in this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more insights. Drop a comment below with your favorite tip, and let's continue the conversation. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.